I hope it isn't too bad, but, you know, it's almost midday, and that means that the skylight's going to be pretty bad here. But, yeah, and I haven't really looked into getting, like, another platform or something, because they all have subscriptions, and I just can't afford that. But I've been sick for the last few days, not because I've coming down with something, but because I've got side effects from the Shingrix vaccine. And I had the first one back in December, and that one had side effects, but not like this second one has. And so I've been just sick as anything, you know, since I got the shot Sunday. So yesterday was a really bad day, and I'm a little bit better today, but probably not that great. So I figure in a day or two I'll be over that, and then in a couple of weeks I'll get the COVID booster before the school year starts. But you know, yeah, I think Debbie Reynolds went through something similar back in the pre-Roe times, where she was forced to carry a dead fetus. And Debbie Reynolds, I believe, almost died of sepsis. This woman was lucky she didn't have that issue. But, you know, the anti-abortion nut jobs would say, oh, this is a hoax. She's just making it up. Blah, 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 blah. But, of course, this stuff happens all the time. And as I mentioned on the ectopic pregnancy deal, it's 1 out of every 100 pregnancies is ectopic. So can you imagine how many women are going to die if they can't be treated for ectopic pregnancy? These anti-abortion nutters don't even have a simple understanding of biology or anything at all. And, you know, women are just, you know, they're not human. They're just a thing to have a man's baby and take care of the babies and stay in the home, and that's all they're for. They're just a thing to fuck and a thing to pop kids out. And Andrea Dworkin says women's work's done below the waist. And it is. And so women are lower and men are higher. And that's the way these nutters think. And it has, that kind of crap has no place in the modern world. It never had a place in any world, but it sure as hell doesn't have a place in the modern world, where women can have lives, you know, doing whatever they want to do, instead of being told, this is what, you have a role. Men don't have a role other than, oh, well, support a family and, you know, and protect, you know, real vague shit. But women are assigned all these little roles that they have to perform, or they're going to be tossed out into the street and fend for themselves. Lots of luck fending for yourself in the real world, unless you get a big divorce settlement. But anyway, so she had to carry this dead fetus, and it's pretty heart-wrenching. But, you know, the nutters don't think anything like this could possibly happen. And that's from a few days ago. I already had the thing about the Indiana AG was hit with a cease and desist, making inflammatory accusations. Yeah, he's in trouble. You know, and they're trying, these states are trying to outdo each other. Idaho did that, you know, and there's a shit ton of Mormons there. There's not just the militia groups and stuff like that there. That's why I thought, you know, there's no way that friend of mine ever wanted to be buried in Idaho, because he was not. Neither he nor his brother were anything like that. And so that, I'm sure that wasn't his wish, but what's done is done. But, you know, Idaho is known as a redneck state. It's probably one of the most redneck of all redneck states. And so there's a shit ton of Mormons and a shit ton of white power types in that state. And they, you know, no exceptions. I hope there's an abortion clinic in Ontario, Oregon. I hope that there's one. I think the closest, I think, is maybe Klamath Falls or Lakeview. I'm not sure. I'd have to look that up. But there should be one in Ontario because that's right on the border. You know, and given most of the people in that state of Idaho live in Boise and all that surrounding area, hey, they just literally just go over the bridge or go on the freeway and they're there. So, anyway, they ain't going to stop it no matter what they do. You know, it's like they still believe, these nutters still believe in the double standard that women who have abortions are whores. You know, or they're legal abortions. Anyway, if you're going to have it illegal, they do it in shame. They do it in silence. You know, they sinned. They did all this shit. But, you know, it's only sluts have abortions. Only sluts have babies out of wedlock. All that shit that I thought we progressed from in that 1950s mindset. I thought we've progressed. And no, there's still millions of people that believe that crap. There are whack jobs that think that women shouldn't have the right to vote. Because, you know, men, you know, they gotta have a body to put their dick in. And if that body that his dick is put in has a brain and chooses to use that brain, they're not going to want to be forced to have the sex that they want. They're going to be doing something else. Oh my God. They can't, these nutters can't do it. Can't help it. And let's see what we got here. I got a lot of damn shit here. Oh God, AOC is in the news. As always, this woman, you know, I've always maintained that somebody needs to talk to her and tell her to just shut up. You know, it isn't all about you. The world doesn't revolve around you. For crying out loud. All you do, AOC, is you hurt Democrats, but you're not really a Democrat. Not really. You're a Sanders groupie. You and your squad members. So now she's arrested. Supposedly. Others arrested. Oh, look at this. Yeah, the usual suspects. Ilhan Omar, Ayanna Pressley, Cori Bush, and I don't know who the other two are. But the three I mentioned are also members of the squad. And all they do is hurt Democrats by grandstanding. And anyway, so she said she was seen, AOC was seen walking escorted away by police with her hands crossed behind her back, as if she were in handcuffs, but she was not. Of course not! She's a goddamn narcissist. Anything to get herself in the news. And from the time she's come to Washington to the present, that's all she's done. But anyway, yeah, it's bleak times for women in the United States, let me tell you. And, I mean, these nutters that are taking over the Republican Party, a lot of these are Dominionists, and these are the charismatics and Pentecostal types who because they're not really Christians. They call themselves that. And this is why I despise one of the reasons I despise the atheists, because they lump everybody together, and they're not all the same. They're not. But these types they're strictly a 19th and 20th century invention. They don't go clear back to the beginning. Like the Catholic Church, or even the Eastern Orthodox Church, almost as long. They don't go clear back. They're recent. They don't go back to the Protestant era. They're recent, and they're anti-modernist. But then it isn't even that. You've got these weirdos that have completely misinterpreted the Bible, completely misinterpreted on purpose, thinking if everything is the way they think it should be on earth, that Jesus will come back. It's all, I don't know what they call that, premillennial or postmillennial. I have no idea, but none of it is true if you ask real theologians, because they've completely misinterpreted Revelation. But hey, who cares, right? They're going to destroy the human race. And suppose he doesn't come back. There you are. But by God, one of the ways they want to do it is by bringing back the family, and it's authoritarian. It's like the 1950s, where the man, because he has a dick, he's better, he's superior, and you've got to be married. As a woman, you have to be married, because that's your only status, is to be fucked and to be a mommy. That's all your only status you've got. And no ambitions, no interests other than or in addition to that. You're just a goddamn thing for them to use. Ah, hell. And of course they're going to lose on that. Because the world continues. The world continues to go on. And women are not going back to the home. And as I mentioned, the economy won't allow it. And it's just not happening. So, anyway, that is going to be it. It's kind of rambly, but I thought I'd get a few thoughts here for now.